Welcome to a new daily top Askreddit video. Today's topic: adults of Reddit, what is something every teenager needs to know? Parents fuck up too. Good parents openly admit their wrongs and use it as a teaching moment. This. Apologize to your kids if you fuck up. I can't tell you how many times I have yelled or placed blame when I shouldn't have. I always apologize and explain we are only human and we fuck up too. When you don't apologize to your kids, you teach them to be unapologetic when they are grown as well. Even as a parent, practicing this will teach them that it's okay to apologize when you fuck up, which will lead to strong relationships later down the line. 2 related messages. 1. Almost nobody gives a shit about you. 2. That is amazing news. I always used to cringe when I remembered an embarrassing situation that happened to me, because I would worry about what others thought of me. Nowadays I don't really care, and I always keep in mind that everyone has been through some embarrassing things as well, which means they probably cringe more about themselves than me, the same way I cringe about myself and totally forget about others. All of us adults still feel like we are teenagers young too. Take care of your body and enjoy your youth, in any manner you can. In the mirror I see a bald middle-aged guy, but that's not the guy in my head. Edit, as always, relevant XKCD. Double edit, word, because my race really is irrelevant to this. Days before my grandmother died, she said that she was ready to go because it sucked feeling like a 16-year-old in her old, tired body. That's one of the worst things I've ever heard. Thanks. On her 100th birthday my great-grandmother's advice to me was, don't live to be 100, it's not worth it. Right now you have a massive span of life in front of you. Enjoy it. But remember 10 or 20 years from now you're going to be much happier if you both had fun and also thought ahead. Read. Exercise. Hug your friends. Show your loved ones you love them, whatever that means to you. This thread might be filled with ways to be a responsible adult and a successful person. Try as hard as you can to be a happy one too. Edit, thanks for the awards, and thanks for being you. Sorry for the typo. And yes, maybe wait till COVID is over before hugging everyone. Just keep it in mind for when things are better. Ultimately, it's all about how happy you can make yourself and others be. Everything else is just a means to that goal. And you can learn to be a happier person whatever your circumstances are. It's one of the most valuable skills you can have. And you can learn to be a happier person whatever your circumstances are. This. Learn to find the fun in small things. Accept that things won't always go the way you wanted them to. Find a way to laugh about it when you spill coffee on yourself on the way to school, and how to dust yourself off after you fail your algebra test, get yelled at by your parents, and say something stupid to your crush on the same day. Make the most of having to drive mom's old minivan, and the fact that you're exceptionally athletic. Because here's the thing, there will always be things in life that kind of suck. You'll never be as smart and funny and good-looking as you want to be. Your paycheck will always be smaller than the things you want to buy. You will never have enough time for the things you enjoy, and you'll probably always be getting yelled at by somebody. That's life at 14. That's life at 18. And that's life at 38. Figure out how to work within those parameters. Learn which piece of homework can be skipped to free up a few minutes for your favorite hobby. Learn to sort out which yelling is important, and which is just dad taking out his own adult frustrations. Joke with your friends about how you blew your chance with Josh. Buy the $2 Christmas ornament that makes you laugh, and sing way too loudly when your favorite song comes on the radio. Because learning to do those things won't just make adolescence more fun, it'll be good practice for adulthood. Master it well enough, and maybe you won't grow up to yell as often as your dad does. Don't compare yourself to others too much. No matter how perfect someone may seem, they're not. Nobody is. Everybody has flaws and makes mistakes. You're okay. Don't compare yourself to others too much. That's something parents should know. Stop comparing your kids to others all the time. Basic household management. Learn how to cook a couple of meals, know when to tidy/clean up a bit, etc. Speaking from someone who moved out at 18 and had no clue. Oh, and look after yourself physically and mentally. The summer before I went to university, my mom gave me a boot camp in adult self-reliance. I did the laundry, the dishes, cooked most meals and kept a big chunk of the house clean. She also required me to demonstrate at least 3 or 4 main meals, a breakfast, and a dessert to a decent standard. She wanted to be sure that when I was living under my own steam I'd be able to look after my space and feed myself more than just toast and instant noodles. Turns out, most of the people I lived with in university couldn't do half of that, and the best way to make friends in university is to offer chocolate cupcakes on day 1. Seconded. Some dorms have a kitchen for the floor you are on, at least mine did. Turns out everyone wants to be friends with the guy making several pounds of tacos. Pulling out does not stop pregnancies. Seriously. I knew a couple that was like this in college, they never had kids and eventually broke up. I remember thinking when I heard that, that's really stupid. Now that I am a parent I can safely say, this is the stupidest thing you can ever do. Do not even risk having a child unless you are prepared to be fully committed to them for life. That sentence doesn't even come close to describing what that experience entails. If you have problems you will have to face them. Mental health, marital, financial issues of any kind. They'll bubble right up to the surface. You have to be prepared to fend all that shit off. If you fail, you aren't the only one who will suffer. Use condoms, use birth control. Until you know for damn sure you and your partner are ready. Use condoms, use birth control. Until you know for damn sure you and your partner are ready. Or, if you don't want children at all, that's perfectly valid choice. No matter what anyone tells you, you are not required to have children. You don't owe your parents grandchildren, and you don't owe your partner children. Having children is something that should be done because you want them. I went my whole life thinking I had to have children and it took a toll on my mental health. Then one day it clicked, I didn't have to be a parent if I didn't want to. My life became so much happier after that. Whatever choices you make, just make sure they're your choices and you do them or don't do them because you want to, and it's what's best for you. Yes, yes, yes. Adults don't have it all figured out. They are just used to the fact that they are not and are usually quite good at hiding it. Dealing with your emotions will become easier as you grow. Even if someone says that their high school years were the best time of their life, doesn't mean that yours should necessarily be. There's a high chance your best years are far ahead of you. If someone says high school was the best part of their life, they did the rest of their life wrong. I came here to say what my father told me the day before I started high school: don't ever let anyone tell you that this is the best time of your time. Yeah, you should enjoy this time, it's fun because you start to get more independence and start to become your own person, but life should keep getting better and more interesting as you get older. Being popular doesn't matter as much as you think it does. Just make sure that you know how to make meaningful friendships that can last you a lifetime. Better to have 3 close friends than be popular and have 100 fake friends. How many slams in an old screen door? Depends how loud you shut it. How many slices in a bread? Depends how thin you cut it. How much good inside a day? Depends how good you live em. How much love inside a friend? Depends how much you give em. Shul Silvesti. Blow your student loan on drugs. Blow your load in someone you don't want kids with. Blow off family/friend gatherings. They won't be around forever. Blow your cool if you can help it. It rarely solved anything. Well, the third rule is negotiable if your family members are dicks. Note to self, blow off dicks. Learn how to fuck up. We spend too much of our lives trying to do everything right, but the best lessons come from learning from our mistakes. There's definitely a right way to fuck up and a wrong way. I think I've managed to get pretty good at it. Learn to accept that you'll fuck up. Doubling down on a fuck up by not acknowledging it is worse than fucking up twice as badly. Fuck up fast when you can, that allows you to course correct earlier. If your fuck up hurts other people, get good at apologies. On a related note, do your best to do right by those your fuck up affects. Be brave enough to fuck up, or else you'll fuck up by not taking chances, and those are the fuck ups that will haunt you forever. This comment gets a whole different meaning if you remove the word up. You will make mistakes and sometimes those mistakes will be huge. But, that's okay. Whatever problem that mistake produced, it's only temporary. You can correct it. It may not be easy and it may take time, but you can do it. But, that's okay. Whatever problem that mistake produced, it's only temporary. Unless you killed someone by looking at your phone in traffic. Then it's not temporary. Can you bring someone back from the dead? Of course not, but does that mean your life is automatically over? No. You're probably going to go to jail, you will probably have severe legal consequences, but it's still a single mistake that you can find a way back from, even if you have to live with and remember the impacts your choices had on the lives of others.